So this is the pitch for the foundation portfolio, Group 104, and this is Group C.
So the name of our film is The Other Half, and our tagline is Hiding in Plain Sight, which is going to link into how our story progresses and what's happening to the characters.
Basically, our film is about a man called Josh and his friend Hunter, and as the film progresses, Josh begins to realise that he may never be able to recover from his psychological problems if he doesn't solve who's committing the crimes. And our unique selling point is our unpredicted series of events.
So our film is going to focus heavily on the development of these characters and how they change throughout the movie. So our three main characters are Josh Dollarhide, Hunter James, and Matthew Blake. Josh and Hunter are the criminal psychiatrists, and Josh is the one who's going to be experiencing psychological problems throughout the film, which develops, and Hunter's going to be the one who realises it and is going to have to sort the problem out. And Matthew Blake is the one who's causing him to have these problems because he's killing these people and they can't figure it out, and Josh is losing his mind because of it. Our equilibrium is they're both going to be on their day-to-day lives, just working on the case, trying to figure out clues, anything they might have missed, to try and track them down. And then someone's going to come in, just say, oh, there's been another kill from the serial killer. But at this point, it's still equilibrium, they don't know anything's wrong yet. And then they're going to get to the body, and then the disruption's going to happen because Josh is going to know that he's seen it before, it's sort of like deja vu, but he can't put his mind on it, but he knows that something's happened and he's realised it before. And this is going to be brought to the viewer's attention because they're going to notice that something's wrong with him, but his companion, Hunter, won't realise it this early on. As it progresses through the film, he'll start to notice that something's wrong and that he's losing his mind and he's got to do something about it. And the resolution, Hunter's fully aware that Josh is actually Matthew. He's actually the one who's killing, but he doesn't know it. He can't remember when he does it, what's going on. So they're going to be kind of a standoff in a secluded location, maybe a warehouse or an abandoned house or something, just them two alone. And they're going to be maybe pointing guns or something at each other, maybe weapons like knives, close, I don't know. And they're going to talking, arguing about what's happened. Josh is going to, take me in, kind of let his guard down. So Hunter will, and then Josh is going to end up killing Hunter, and so basically there's no happy ending. Josh basically wins.
Well, we had an idea for the marketing was to have a trailer, which you could put on TV, or we thought not radio because it wouldn't give out the idea that it's pretty dark. It's not a film to be shown to under 18s. We thought. We also wanted to add in the trailer to show that it's applying to from about late teenagers up, over 18, and we would do that through showing the characters and their dark sides, showing the setting of the area, which is also kind of dark in the streets or in hidden areas where people don't tend to go. And we also wanted to use posters which would show that the film is very character-based, as we put an example up there of Django, which is quite character-based. We wanted to show that so that you could also interpret the film as being dark and not supposed to... It specifies what audience it's going towards. Along with the posters, we wanted to put up standees at train stations, bus stops, maybe not bus stops, but areas where a lot of people tend to go. Also outside theatres and movie theatres and cinemas where a lot of film goers would go, and that way you can bring it out to a lot of people.
Oh, sorry.
This next one.
There you go.
As for our marketing, we also wanted to release a kind of behind-the-scenes documentary, which would kind of show how the group worked behind the film, and it would those people who like to watch into the details of films, go into the making of and stuff, would start to feel that step closer to the crew or understand the turmoils that they've gone through, troubles, tears and stuff. And that would just caused them to feel that bit more knowledgeable about the film. It was a way of kind of selling it without having to spend too much money. It also helped because those who have seen it would feel like they had to talk about it to other people as nice, juicy facts that you can pass on. And we also wanted to start setting up fake crime scenes with parts of the advertisement next to it, like some of these posters, so it kind of brings it into the streets and it's something that you'd remember if you saw a crime scene, which is false, but if you saw one it's something you would remember, you would go home, you would tell people about. Along with that, we wanted to dress up people as dead people, but have them doing something comical, like drinking a cup of tea, reading a magazine, something you would also remember next to Sandy also.
We thought to like reflect like their daily routine as criminal psychologists. We thought they should have quite a messy office with like papers and files everywhere, and like loads of different mugs of coffee to help them stay awake, and like drawings and diagrams to show like the endless chase of the killer, and also to reflect how stressed they are. We'd have them like dressed, wearing creased shirts with coffee stains down, loose ties, their hair all messy, so them like scratching their head trying to find the killer, and also badges to show that they're serious. We thought we should adopt the colour of the titles from Red Dragon. Also, we wanted to use the character from Red Dragon, Hannibal Lecter, who's a consultant to the police, yet turns out to be the villain. We copied Francis Dolarhyde, his name and the cause of his psychological problems in our film Near Heart.
Any questions? That's it.
I have questions. So you've chosen to have this kind of, two similar characters, I guess, and then one turns out to be quite bad. Are you going to show that through the film? You talked about their costume being a little bit sort of dishevelled, etc. Would you perhaps show any hints at the differences between the two characters as you go through, or are we just going to leave it, really as an enigma right until the end point?
We thought we would try and keep it as much as an enigma, trying to keep the characters as separate as possible. It would kind of also show the extent to which he was psychologically challenged, you could say, or rather disturbed.
Makes it more interesting as well. It's like a twist at the end.
Right. So keep them quite similar to keep us guessing through the whole film, and clearly criminal psychologists are all over the place, according to your film. Okay, Max.
What was your unique selling point for that?
Our unique selling point was that the events are really unpredicted and you're not sure what's going to happen.
So like the twist.
Yeah, which put on there, but it kind of cut off for some reason.
Okay. And Wes?
So, do we get to find out why he's like, a murderer at the same time as being what was it? A criminal
Psychiatrist.
Yeah, because it sounds like he's kind of crazy or something.
Yeah.
We were basing it on the idea of bipolarity. We didn't want to show it too much, but we thought as it's a bit of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde scenario, he's occasionally the bad guy, but that's never quite revealed. So then we could also show flashbacks to show reasons for his craziness.
Which was like abused as a kid.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to have this kind of red herring. The red herring has a name, doesn't he? The character that we're kind of chasing. Is that how are you going to reveal that character in the sequence?
We could have maybe you could leave his name at crime scenes or something, so it signifies even who he is and who they know. So they haven't got anything but a name for him. They know that's the name of who they're chasing, but other than that, they have nothing else.
Okay. And Wesley?
So, in the actual story, how did the name come up if it's still him?
He's going to have as he's the bad guy, he's going to believe he's somebody else. He is essentially two different people, and as a result, he's going to start leaving trails, things which he wouldn't do if he was someone else. And carve his name into somebody, leave hints.
And did you say that your certification was 18?
Yeah,
in your pitch. Is that for what reason?
We thought it was the psychological side of it, which we didn't want to keep it, because this, the idea that this kind of bipolarity could be real, which we didn't want to show to people who are under 18, just in case they could be misinterpreted as being this realistic scenario.
Okay, good. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much, Group C.